Suno version 5 finally sounds wide. Hear this chorus? Then I'll show you what changed and how to exploit it.
Miami nights, I feel alive. Got these rims and I let 'em ride. Miami nights, I feel alive. Got these rims and I let 'em ride.
Today we're test driving Suno version 5. Quick rundown. Compared to 4.5, version 5 brings a wider 3D soundstage, higher fidelity, more natural vocals, better phrasing and section transitions, and stickier hooks. Effects like reverb and echo feel smarter and more creative. We'll demo 3 tracks today: a pop techno song called Ride to Survive, a rap pop one called Shine in Miami, and an 80s synth pop called Back to You, plus a grunge test called Cutoff. Sliders for all these songs are going to be set at 50 and 50 to keep things fair. Alright, so what do we got in Suno 5? Let's see. From what I've been hearing, the core improvements are going to be, let's see, higher fidelity, and a wider soundstage. In 4.5, the soundstage was kind of muddled. You could hear all the different instruments and stuff, but it was hard to discern from what locations they were. And the overall three-dimensional stage was somewhat compact. And in this version 5, it should be more expanded. So things will sound closer and things will sound further away. Things will sound wider. So that's something to listen for. Other core improvements, more natural vocals. So that'll be interesting. More flair, more trilling and vibrato, and more just character in the vocals. Better phrasing and better transitions between sections. So going from the chorus back to the verse, or going from a pre-chorus into a chorus. There's more fluidity going between them. More like the song itself sounds more cohesive as a singular concept. All right, so better phrasing and transitions, and stronger hooks and choruses. So that's interesting. So Suno is getting really smart about how it takes your lyrics. It seems like, we'll check it out, how it takes your lyrics and really emphasizes them in a way that really draws a person in and makes the listening experience even better. So that's interesting. What else? And the takeaways, we'll just go through the takeaways too right now. So version 5 is a leap in fidelity and phrasing. Okay, so we just talked about that. So the overall soundstage is good. The fidelity should be tighter as far as like instrumentation goes, as far as understanding where instruments are in the mix. I have listened to it a little bit already, and it's not perfect, but it's getting there. The vocals and stuff still have a little bit of harshness to my ears. It's not going to be, it's not going to be quite as good as something coming out of a studio with, very high-end equipment and stuff. But it's definitely a leap from 4.5. So that'll be interesting to hear. Mainstream genres, pop, rock, R&B, these kind of things. These sound almost radio ready now. Suno's really dialed in these mainstream genres really well with 5.0. And let's see. Other genres still are kind of lacking in their believability, maybe, or just their creativity. So, and it may just be that there's just not as much information to draw from in these genres yet. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure how the algorithm was built. So, and then let's see, last but not least, when you're regenerating things, it seems to hold tighter to what your original vision was. So that'll be interesting to try out also. All right, so let's jump over to Suno and begin. All right, so first and foremost, I just quickly redid the corner store song that some of you may have heard before. So it's going to sound completely different with 4.5. This is going to be a female singing instead of a male. So let's hear that right now.
Walking down the street, sun hitting my face. Flip-flops popping, no rush, just grace. Got one thing on my mind today. Chocolate chip cone melting away. But then I turned and there you were. Everything stopped like a soft summer blur. I came for ice cream, but
Okay, so special effects are getting much better. Reverbs have always been kind of tricky for Sunos, and it's sounding smoother. It's not perfect, but it's getting better. Let's see, echoes are starting to sound pretty good. They're getting more creative. It seems like the effects are sounding more creative. Okay, let's keep listening. And the soundstage, I heard the soundstage. There's more variation in the soundstage, from going tight to going expanded. All right.
I saw your face, you smiled at me, and my heart picked up pace. Didn't know what I was looking for, till I found you at the corner store. You were leaning back by the freezer door.
See how that echo just leads into the next verse? That was really cool. Store, 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 boom. Booga booga boom 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 boom. Beat bada beat baba boom boom boom. Yeah, that was cool. All right, so that makes a lot of sense from a producer standpoint. That would have been a good producer call.
Laughing about nothing like we met before. I grabbed my scoop, but my mind was gone. Thinking about us all day long. And when you looked right.
Okay, so right there was a symbol, like kind of a reverse symbol, kind of. It's getting better. It's not perfect, but it sounds pretty good. It can sound better. Suno's still got room to grow, but it's getting better.
Into me felt like more than just a sweet memory.
Whew, the fidelity on the vocals is really nice. It's almost like a little piercing, though, for my taste. It sounds great in the headphones, but it's just a teeny bit more shrill than I would like. I would like to have a little more softness in there.
Came for ice cream, but I saw your face. You smiled at me, and my heart picked up pace. Didn't know what I was looking for, till I found you at the corner store.
But the variety, the variation in the vocal is really nice. There's a lot of character. It sounds like a person, you know. It sounds like a person singing on pretty good equipment. Really good equipment. And it's just, it's getting very close to, you know, really, really nailing it. Like, uh-oh, there goes the music industry kind of thing. So, yeah.
Maybe we'll talk, maybe we won't, but I'll walk home dreaming either way it goes. I came for ice cream, but I saw your face. You smiled at me and time slipped away.
Oh, that was cool. Yeah, that was really cool. All the character in the female voice there. That was really cool. All the changes. You know, I can't do it. You know how terrible of a singer I am. All right, continuing.
Didn't know what I was looking for till I found you at the corner store.
Okay. Ended abruptly. That was kind of almost too abrupt. But that's okay. That was just the first song. All right, let's try out kind of a techno pop song, and it's going to be called Ride to Survive. Copy and paste this one. Paste that one. And let's ask Suno also for a style. Okay, we got a style here, so let's copy and paste. We're going to leave the advanced options with female and 50-50. Another thing I've heard is that with version 5, these weirdness and style influence sliders are getting more capable. They're able to either stick to what you want more or deviate from what you want more. So they're getting more powerful. So play around with these. I'm just going to keep them at 50% for now. And let's see, what was the title here? Ride to Survive. Okay. Ride to Survive and generate. Okay, and while we're waiting for that one to get finished, I'm gonna make another song called Shine in Miami. It's about a guy who just he's been saving all his money to get new rims on his car, and after school he's been working hard to save up, and he just wants to show off his new rims to his friends. So this is called Shine in Miami. I'm going to copy that and paste there. And let's grab a style. Copy. Paste. All right. And Shine in Miami. Shine in Miami. All right, let's create. As you can see, we are in V5, version 5. And then, okay, let's listen to Ride to Survive. This is a basic pop techno song. Let's make a pop techno song with lyrics about riding fast to save our lives in a world gone wrong. Keep the lyrics very basic, and the chorus should be a single hook line repeated. All right, so that's what we're working with. That's the lyrics we got. Now let's listen to Ride to Survive.
Engines burn, the night is near. We don't stop, we disappear.
Okay, again, I'm hearing the echo, or hearing the reverb really spread out in all directions. So it is creating a larger sound stage.
Broken lights, a world gone wrong.
The bass sounds good. It sounds punchy. There's still room for improvement, though.
We keep moving, holding strong. We ride to survive.
Again, the creativity in the special effects, or the effects, like the echo, the ping-ponging back and forth in the ears. These are nice touches. Suno's really getting smarter when it comes to creativity with effects.
We ride to survive. We ride to survive. We ride to survive. We ride to survive. Shadows fall. The sirens call.
Yeah, everything does have a new level of quality to it. There's more punchiness. There's more sheen, I would call it, across the mix.
We won't fall. Metal screams. The future's torn. Still we chase a brand new dawn. Faster, faster, no time.
The creativity that's being put into this new model really helps to hold my attention throughout the song better. It's after each section, it's doing something creative to grab my attention back and to keep me listening.
Too high, every heartbeat says we ride. We ride to survive.
All that intricate little drum stuff right there, that was cool. Again, it's just another layer of intricacy, another layer of creativity that's just holding my attention. It's keeping me interested. It's giving me novel experiences over and over and over.
We ride to survive.
And on top of it, then the vocals are doing the same thing. They're giving me that same kind of more intricacy, that more dynamicness, which again just keeps me listening and diving more deeply into what's going on. I want to put more attention into what I'm hearing.
We ride to survive. We ride to survive. In the dark, we find the fire. On the edge, we climb higher.
There's still a little bit of lacking of the sheen sometimes, like in this vocal here. There's room for improvement still, but like Suno's really creating. I remember way back, like in Suno 1.0 or 1.2.0, I can't remember which, but it was very creative back then too. And then it kind of dipped for 3 and 4, but now it's coming back. I'm hearing a lot of that very unique creativity, just in different ways. Back then it couldn't do the effects very well, but now it's really picking up pace.
No way back, only tonight we keep running for
This build, hear this build coming up?
We ride to survive. We ride to survive. We ride to survive. We ride to survive.
Okay, let's move on to the next. So that was Ride to Survive. That was a pop techno song. Let's move on to this Shine in Miami idea. Let's see, what So this is going to be a rap pop crossover with a Miami vibe. Slower tempo, trap drums, deep 808 bass. So we're getting very specific with the instruments. In 5.0, you can really get specific, from what I've heard. So we'll see about that. Tropical Plucks synth pads, ocean night atmosphere. Okay, and then we're even giving specific directions for specifically the verses compared to the choruses too. All right, so let's hear if any of that translates into the actual music.
Worked all day, clock out, sun low. After school hustle, stacking that dough. Saved up, now the rims gleam chrome. Rolling through Miami streets, feel like home. Ocean breeze, palm trees away. Classmates watch when I pull in the bay. From the struggle to the flex, that grind is mine. Now the neon lights bounce off the shine.
Okay, again, the special effects are really doing a good job. They're sounding more realistic.
Miami nights, I feel alive. Got these rims and I let 'em ride. Miami nights, I feel alive. Got these rims and I let 'em ride.
Yeah, heat in the air, beats in my ride. 808s bump while I cruise Biscayne side, South Beach glow. Window down slow, classmates cheer when they see me roll. Every mile is proof of my time. Every shine is the proof of the grind. Dreams on the dash, future on deck. Miami taught me how to earn that respect.
Miami nights, I feel alive. Got these rims and I let 'em ride.
So much feeling, so much life in that vocal. I really like it.
Miami nights, I feel alive. Got these rims and I let 'em ride. Palm tree shadows, neon skies. Every turn I see pride in their eyes. From the work to the wheel, now the story's told. Miami heat made the hustle pure gold.
Basketball.
Miami nights, I feel alive. Got these rims and I let 'em ride. Miami nights, I feel alive. Got these rims and I let 'em ride.
Yeah, some of this music is taking my breath away. Whew. That sounds good. That sounds really good. I'm connecting with it on an emotional level. Like that one really got me pumped up. That's cool. That's cool. It's getting good, folks. All right, let's think of something. What are we going to do next? Let's listen to something new. All right, so we're going to try a synth pop song reminiscent of Depeche Mode or New Order. Kind of dark, hypnotic, melodic. The song is called Back to You, and we're going to try it in Suno 5.0. Back to You, and let's make a style. And for advanced options, I'm just going to leave them at 50-50. I tried doing a little higher before, and it didn't give me the results I was hoping for. So let's stick with 50-50 for now. And we're going to go male voice, and let's create. All right, so let's listen to Back to You. Again, this is going to be a synth pop song like Depeche Mode, New Order. Let's see if it came close at all. ChatGPT loves to use the word neon. I should probably change that next time I use these lyrics.
Neon shadows flicker in my mind. Echo chambers where I'm hard to find. Every memory drifts and fades away. I keep chasing through the static gray. I search the mind to find reality through broken signals, pulling back to me. I search the mind to find what.
I think everything sounds good, but it almost sounds a little generic, you know. I wish they would have given the vocalist more character. You know, that's a big part of these different bands and stuff, is the character within the singer's voice. This voice seems very kind of generic to me.
Through the static I return to you.
The audio quality sounds really good though. All right, let's check the second one that they made for us here real quick. The drums are appropriate. Those sound really like those hexagon-shaped drums or octagon-shaped drums, whatever they were back in the 80s. And the sound, the keyboard sounds remind me of the DX7.
Neon shadows flicker in my mind. Echo chambers where I'm hard to find. Every memory drifts and fades away. I keep chasing through the static gray. I search the mind.
This sounds really amazing. This sounds so good. Five is definitely a step up from 4.
Find reality through broken signals.
Here, if we look at, so what were we going to see about here? So it is higher fidelity, wider soundstage. I'm definitely getting that. Vocals do sound much better, more creative. Better phrasing and transitions, definitely. Stronger hooks and choruses. They are, but I think what it is it's like the combination of the effects, the creativity of all these different elements is getting better. Early on with Suno had so much creativity, but just the quality was not, anything to write home about. But you could tell the brilliance of it, and I'm getting a sense of that early Suno creativity on steroids, especially now with the higher fidelity, wider soundstage. And obviously the vocals, everything sounds better. And over here, yeah, fidelity, phrasing, radio ready, pretty much. This song does sound radio ready. It's still kind of generic though. You know, it could just be this genre. But the quality of the sound, you know, it could be, I don't know where you'd place this on like a top 100. Who knows? These other styles we haven't even covered yet, and we haven't even tried to regenerate stuff. So that's where we're at for that. Yeah, just all the little elements, especially I think after the lyrics are sung, in the interim between one part of the song going into the next part, the bridging that's going on is really cool. There's a lot of little details, key changes and whatnot, the effects. It all adds up to sounding like, you know, I don't know. It just sounds real. It sounds much more real.
Midnight whispers calling through the wires. Fading voices, artificial choirs. Every signal's tangled in the night. But your presence pulls me to the light. I search the mind to find reality through broken signals, pulling back to me. I search the mind to find what's true.
Okay, cool. Okay, now let's listen to Cut Off. Cut Off is going to be similar to Foo Fighters, kind of a grunge from the 90s. It's about running out of life before beginning, and it's called Cut Off. So let's listen to Cut Off. Okay, the distortion sounds much better than it used to. Each Suno update or iteration is getting better there's a lot of information in distortion. So it's the higher the bit rate, the higher the amount of information we can get into these songs with distortion, the better the more warmth, like tubiness the distortion sounds.
Wake up tired, but I never slept. Dreams on fire that I never kept. Shadows chase before the light. I'm out of breath before the fight.
Yeah, again, the vocals have more character. They're becoming more. Suno's like seeing each section as a complete thought or whatever. So it starts out more basic and gets a little fancier and fancier as it goes throughout each section. By the end of each section, there's more detail, more stuff going on.
Every second slipping through.
And then as we transition to the pre-chorus, the transitions are really nice too.
Cut off, I can't pretend. Every step
Yeah, that sounded really good. All right, let's move on to the second version of this. Okay, this is cut off part number 2. Harsh. It's a lot of information. Whoa.
Wake up tired, but I never slept. Dreams on fire that I never kept. Shadows chase me for the light. I'm out of breath before the fight. Every second slipping through my hands. I'm stuck waiting, can't make plans. Cut off before I begin.
So this one, to me, sounds rushed. Like they just burned through the verse and then tried to pack the pre-chorus almost into the verse 1. It's a choice. You know, Suno's got to make these kind of choices and stuff, so I get it. You know, not every version is going to be successful in all aspects. But there's some stuff that I really like about it. I like the instrumentation. I like the chord choices.
Running out of life I could live in. Cut off, I can't pretend. Every start feels like the end. Pages blank where the words should be. Songs have sung in the key of me. Racing fast on an empty road, carving scars I never showed. Every second slipping through my hands. I'm stuck waiting, can't make plans. Cut off before I begin. Running out of life I could live.
So there's a lot of noise going on, and I think they're running out of capability. It sounds like there's just some kind of harsh distortion in some parts of the sound spectrum. Most of it's good, but there's like pockets where it just kind of like it sounds abrasive still. So there's still room for improvement in Suno 5.5, 6, you know, however much further they keep going, which is good. But this, in general, I think if I re-rolled this song a few times, I would get a killer song. I'd get a great song. More than anything, I think, is just spending time tweaking the lyrics. You know, I'm letting Suno just run, you know, do whatever right now. But I think I'd, if I really want to make these songs sound better, I would have to kind of walk through and just pick apart the lyrics, adjust them, you know, to make them fit a little better with the genre. Like these lyrics might sound perfectly good in a different genre. So in fact, why don't we do that? Why don't we ask ChatGPT? Okay. Let's ask for 3 different genres to try with these lyrics. Because maybe it's just maybe the lyrics are just not right for grunge. They very well could be. The first version did sound better. Okay. So pop punk with energetic guitars. Let's try that out. Pop punk with energetic guitars. Paste that in. Try that. That'll be cut off version, the next version. And then industrial rock. Okay, these, I'm kind of stepping out of my element here, so let's just try it out. Let's see what we get. maybe very surprising, maybe upsetting. I don't know. We'll try it out. Okay, so this one, that one's loading in too. And the third option is acoustic grunge. Okay. Oops. Let's see, what am I? Styles. Okay, create acoustic grunge. So we're staying kind of tightly within grunge, but just exploring the corners, exploring the edges of the domain we call grunge. All right, so let's listen to the pop punk version.
Never slept, dreams on fire that I never kept, shadows chase before the light, I'm out of breath before the fight, every second slipping through my hands, I'm stuck waiting, can't make plans, cut off before I begin, running out of life I could live in, cut off, I can't pretend, every start feels like the end. Where the words should be, songs half sung in the key of me, racing fast on an empty road, carving scars I never showed, every second slipping through my hands, I'm stuck waiting, can't make plans, cut off before I begin.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I like this genre. Okay, let's see. Where is the second one here?
Wake up tired, but I never slept.
Sounds like the same singer.
Dreams on fire that I never.
What I'm noticing is the timbre of the singer often is very similar, if not the same, between both versions of the song that we create. So that's pretty interesting. That's kind of new.
Shadows chase before the light. I'm out of breath before the fight. Every second slipping through my hands. I'm stuck waiting, can't make plans. Cut off before I begin, running out of life I could live in. Cut off, I can't pretend, every start feels like the end. Oh, pages blank where the words should be, songs half sung in the key of me.
Yeah, I like this version. That sounded cool too. Okay, let's see, what are we on here? Industrial rock. This one scares me a little. Let's try it out.
Wake up tired, but I never slept. Dreams on fire that I never kept. Shadows chase before the light. I'm out of breath before the fight. Every second slipping through my hands. I'm stuck waiting, can't make plans. Cut off before I
Yeah, the distortion in this one sounds great. Sounds really good. Super clean. So it can do it.
Slipping through my hands, I'm stuck waiting, can't make plans. Cut off before I begin, running out of life I could live in. Cut off, I can't pretend.
So I think this genre fits really good with these lyrics. So it surprised me, actually. I was just like, oh, this is really good lyrics for this genre. All right, so let's listen to the second version. Ooh. A lot of similarities between the two versions. The instrumentation is starting in the center and kind of growing around us. The drums across all these genres, all these different songs that we've listened to, I think are getting really cool. A lot of extra little fills, a lot of extra little, like off timing even a little bit. It's kind of cool. I like it.
Every second slipping through my hands. I'm stuck waiting, can't make plans. Cut off before I begin, running out of.
All right, this one's a little more laid back. I think the first version of this song, industrial version, sounded really good though. All right, let's go on to the acoustic grunge. Let's see how that sounds.
Wake up tired, but I never slept. Dreams on fire that I never cared. Shadows chase before the light. I'm out of breath before the fight. Every second slipping through my hands. Every second slipping through my hands. I'm stuck waiting, can't make plans. Cut off before I begin. Running out of life I can live in. Cut off, I can't pretend. Every star feels like the end. And pages blank where the words should be. Songs half sung in the key of me.
Yeah, the boom, clack. The clack sound has this really nice reverb on it. I can just sense the depth of the stage.
Racing fast on an empty road, carving scars I never showed. Every second slipping through my head.
So it's, again, Suno is kind of taking the pre-chorus and kind of stuffing it into the verse, and then just extending the verse. I guess it works. It's kind of up to us to decide whether it works or not. Let's try the second one here. It's more creative though. We are getting more creativity, and sometimes creativity is what we like.
Wake up tired, but I never slept.
Sometimes it's what we don't really want.
On fire that I never kept. Shadows chase before the light. I'm out of breath before the fight. Every second slipping through my hand.
Okay, so this second version is doing almost the same thing that the first version did. It's almost incorporating the pre-chorus into the verse, almost like creating a second half to verse 1 using the pre-chorus.
I'm stuck waiting, can't make plan. Cut off before I begin, running out of life I could live in. Cut off, I can't pretend. Every start feels like the end.
I like it. I like this one. I like this one more than the last one for sure. Yeah, sounds really good. Suno version 5 is a noticeable step up from 4.5. The 3D soundstage feels wider, with a clearer near and far placement. Overall fidelity is punchier, though vocals can still get a touch harsh in spots. And vocals show more character and variation, sometimes still a bit generic depending on the genre. Section phrasing and transitions are smoother, choruses lift more reliably, especially in mainstream pop and rock, and effects like reverb and echo are used more creatively to bridge sections and keep attention. If this was useful, please like and subscribe. Tell me in the comments which demo hit hardest: Ride to Survive, Shine in Miami, Back to You, or Cut Off, and which styles you'd like me to explore in future videos.